What a massive day of supercar action we've had here at the BP Ultimate Sydney SuperSprint. Supercars are back and it is so good, and we're going to run you through some highlights of today's race. Red Bull Holden Racing Team picking up some silverware here. We've got second place. That was Shane van Gisbergen, and Jamie Whincup picking up the third place trophy. Of course, it's his 500th race start tomorrow. So some celebrations, I think, one way or the other for Jamie Whincup and the Red Bull Holden Racing Team. But who was it who took the winning trophy? Where's my mate Larko? As usual, just having a gas bag, just talking. Here we are. Here's the winner's trophy. Thanks, Santa. No, joking. That's Ludo Lacroix. Well done. Of course, Scotty McLaughlin taking the race win today. Larko, what did you make of it all?
Well, first of all, I always try and grab, if I can grab a chat with Ludo, I always do. That guy, French, a little bit hard to understand, but, and with great respect to all the great engineers up and down the pit lane, because there's plenty of them, really smart guys and girls, he is the smartest. He's like a double doctorate of something, and he did that in half the time. So he just never missed the opportunity. Not that I didn't like, well, I was really looking forward to doing this. I just can't miss that opportunity.
He's hard enough to understand normally, let alone with a mask over his face. Does that make it even harder?
It does make it harder. You know what I like about guys like Ludo? He's got an eye. Yes, he's just won, and he's engineered Scott to do that. But he's always got an eye on the sport. I mean, he really loves the fact that was such a great race.
Yeah.
He loves the fact that the race was designed in the way of strategy, tyre degradation, distance of the race that meant Shane van Gisbergen could come at his man at the end. He just thinks that's great.
We're going to roll some highlights of race 7 today, and it was an interesting start, wasn't it? Jamie Whincup got a cracker of a start. Down the other end of the field, though, Jack LeBrock stalled on the start line and was a big danger, but everyone managed to avoid him, thank goodness. And then, you know, it was really the battle between, as we're used to, McLaughlin and Van Gisbergen throughout that whole race, including the pit stops.
Well, Bryony, we're surprised I think we're all surprised how quick Scott jumped out of the gate and bolted. Because we talked about, I know we hate the word tyre degradation, but the reality is so much of our game is about tyre degradation, how fast your tyre drops off. And when you bolt like that, you wear your tyres out fast. So we were really surprised Scott did that. But then, such is Scott McLaughlin, he can manage his car, make his tyres live, but he pitted on lap 15.
And one of the earlier ones too.
Yeah, it was, and so they really started probably around 11 or 12, few of the sort of the people down midfield. Then sort of 15, Scott came in, but Shane came in on 18. Now that 3 laps of difference doesn't sound like much, but at the other end of the race, that's why he could come at Scott. So that was really enjoyable to watch.
Of course, new pit rules, so there was no refuelling today. Tyres only. I've got to say, I love the 2 rattle gun rule. I really enjoyed that. What did you make of it?
I did like it. It livened up things. I think, again, it puts more emphasis. I mean, what we've done here this weekend, including me having to do Facebook Live here with you, is put more emphasis on the human intervention, right? And I just think, you know, talking to Nick Percat just now, he said he's now talking with his engineer more, looking at less numbers. We saw on the pit lane, Bri, you're dead right. Men and women working together, changing tyres. And I was really interested. I was just talking to Mark Dutton, who's the team manager in Red Bull here, because if you're watching the telecast, you would have seen we picked out, they actually did what we call a diagonal change. So there was 2 guys at the right rear and 2 guys at the front left. And if we just come back, actually, we've got the lines on the road here, Pete, we can have a look. So, Bri, if you're there, you're the front right, and they had the other team over here. So rather do rears together and fronts together, so you do yours, so that takes about 4 seconds. Then you go there and I go there. And I was trying to work out, why would you do that? And when you think about it, one guy's got the rattle gun, right? The other one's holding the wheel. So, and I'm on his left-hand side. So that means I can hand him the wheel and get out of his way, right? And he comes with the gun. And same on that side, you're on his left-hand side.
Good.
So that's why they do it, just to keep it clean, less opportunity to trick. But they're the little things that put teams like that at the front. I mean, that's detail, but great detail.
Who else impressed you today, apart from the top 3?
Nick Percat. I just spoke to Nick. He really did P5. What a great effort. And not only in terms of speed, Bri, one of the critical things here, you know, 80-odd% of the time you're turning. So the car's in what we call a dynamic state. It's working hard. So that punishes the car and the tyre. Nick's one of the few drivers I've spoken to this afternoon who actually is happy with his car. The driver's always unhappy with their car.
What?
You know that? Yeah, exactly.
I'm not. You don't smell. I'm just trying to keep the social distance.
Okay,
So stop
I'm
trying
not good on the rules.
You're
I'm
trying
not
to come
good.
over and touch me all the time.
Sorry.
So just
It's the
back
normal
off.
thing.
God, if I had $1 for every time that happened.
Nick Percat impressed me.
Yeah.
I'm a big rap for Chaz Mostert. So here he is. He's changed teams. What's he going to be able to do there? Third in the championship when he left the Adelaide 500.
Yep.
And now just put down a 4th position. So he's strong. He's strong.
Yeah, it surprised me. I thought Anton De Pasquale was good, Cam Waters good. Davey Reynolds, though, he struggled almost from the get-go today, didn't he? Just hasn't found something hasn't clicked.
Bri,
yet,
we all love Davey Reynolds, don't we, right? We're all Davey Reynolds fans, and his mojo hasn't quite been there for like a little period. Well, I'm going to say, and I don't have a, he's kind of my mate, but we've got to be frank about it. Since Anton come along and he's been really challenged by a teammate, his kind of mojo hasn't quite been there. So we hope he can find it. I'll tell you what did surprise me up and down the lane, though, is I thought absolutely everyone would put 4 tyres on. So I was really surprised how many put 2 on. Now, again, you've got to put that in perspective. If you're racing around in the middle of the pack here and someone puts 2 on, well, you may as well put 2 on, because I'm not racing Scott McLaughlin. No. But what was interesting, up that end of the pit lane, they all put 4 tyres on. So that was quite fascinating to watch.
Back to the Erebus Penrite racing team. Be interested to get your thoughts. Tell us in the comments whether you think Davey, can he bounce back tomorrow, or are we going to see Anton take another step further? Going to be interesting. And also your tips for races 8 and 9 tomorrow. Gee, big day. We had a big day today, but tomorrow, 2 qualifying sessions, 2 races. We're going to be exhausted by the end of tomorrow.
See what's happening now? I'm getting 2 metres away, right?
There you're going too far away.
I'm super... well, I mean, if I could sum up a word for today, Bryony, it would be intense. For one of the rare times in our history, we just had supercars all day today. No support categories, no breaks in between. We went supercars, supercar stories, supercar story, supercars. And then that's going to be, again, the same tomorrow, but double. So it's just intense. Love
Absolutely. And you can catch every second of it on Fox Sports 5:06 tomorrow. Check your local guides for the start times. Larko, it's been a huge day. It's been so good. We wish everyone could be here. It is such a privilege to be back here in pit lane and racing again for supercars. Great job to everyone. I think we need a little cup of tea or something.
A cup of tea, Brian, but one final thing.
Yes.
500 millimetres further back.
Oh,
thank you.
You muppet. See you guys. See you tomorrow.
Ciao.